Mundi, and I'm covering the background for this project. Throughout our everyday lives, we are faced with obstacles that we must overcome. In the process of overcoming these obstacles, we become stressed, both physically and mentally. Being stressed physically and mentally can take a toll on an individual's body. Stress is the body's response to any sort of demand placed upon it. When the body is under stress, nerve signals go to your adrenal glands, causing the release of hormones that include cortisol and adrenaline. Once adrenaline and cortisol are released into your bloodstream, and an individual's blood pressure and glucose levels increase. In addition to cortisol increasing glucose levels, it suppresses the digestive system and reproductive system. With the digestive system being suppressed, the body isn't able to absorb appropriate nutrients, which results in altered immune system response. If these two hormones are constantly present in your body is feeling like as if it is under attack. Short-term symptoms of stress include irritability, increased heart rate, trembling, insomnia, headaches, indigestion, pain in neck or back, change in appetite, and increased blood pressure. If the cause of stress isn't dealt with quickly and efficiently, then your body is likely to suffer from more serious problems such as anxiety, depression, heart disease, weight gain, memory problems, and digestive problems. Currently, just about every American faces stress on a daily basis, but studies have shown that college students from the ages of 17 to 25 are most vulnerable to stress. The reason behind stress in college students is the increased workload at once. College students are expected to be able to know all the material for all their classes at the same time, which is why stress levels for college students are increased around midterm time. In a study done by the Department of Pediatrics at the University of Wisconsin, individuals observed Facebook pages of college students that fit that age range to see how many were stressed. They had studied the Facebook pages of 300 students, and 37% of them indicated that they were stressed. During the months of September through January, students were suffering from the most stress. The profiles linked to stress were likely to have depressive symptoms with an odds ratio of 2.7. The profiles linked to stress were higher in females with 62%, and while 38% were male. However, there wasn't a disparity among health concerns among sex. Both sexes showed an equal chance of getting sick from stress, which has led our group to the following hypothesis. There will be no difference between levels of stress-related disease among male and college students aged 17 to 25. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Valerie Martinez, and I'll be covering the data analysis. So we analyzed data from the California Health Interview Survey showing males and females ages 17 to 25 years from 4 different geographic areas in California, who stated they have likely had serious psychological distress during the past year. These geographic areas in California include Bay Area counties, San Joaquin Valley, Central Coast counties, and other Southern California counties. So in the Bay Area counties, females are more likely to report having distress with 12.8%, and males are less likely with 10.5%. In the San Joaquin Valley, females are more likely to report having distress with 14.5%, and males are less likely with 9.4%. In Central Coast counties, females are more likely to report having distress with 11.3%, and males are less likely with 8.2%. In other Southern California counties, females were more likely to report having distress with 8.6%, and males are less likely with 6.0%. So when using a ranking system from 1 to 4, with 1 being most likely to report having distress and 4 being less likely, people from other Southern California counties are ranked 4th. People from Central Coast counties are ranked 3rd. And people from Bay Area counties are ranked 2nd. And people from the San Joaquin Valley are ranked number 1. The data shows that females in the 4 different geographic areas in California are more likely than males to report having had serious psychological distress during the past year. The data also shows that people who are from the San Joaquin Valley are most likely to report having had serious psychological distress during the past year. And people from other Southern California counties are least likely to report distress out of the 4 geographic areas analyzed. Thank you.
My name is Cindy Casillas, and I will be doing the methods portion of this project. As you know, our hypothesis is there will be no difference in levels of stress-related illness between males and females aged 18 to 25 on Fresno State campus. For our observational study, we decided to see if there is a difference between how many men and women get sick during a stressful time. Our observational study is an example of a cross-sectional study because we are focusing on a specific population during one point in time. For most students, the most stressful time of the fall semester is midterms during October. We are interested in finding out if more males or females seek professional help when they become ill. To try and measure this, we decided to observe the Student Health Center. The Health Center on the CSU Fresno campus is only for students and offers a wide variety of services such as psychological counseling and visits with physicians. When people are stressed out, it often causes other health problems such as lowering your immunity and making you more susceptible to contracting the flu or another virus. Therefore, watching the Health Center is an easy way to measure this difference. With the information we gather, we can begin to make a connection between high stress times and more visits to the doctor's office. A cross-sectional study was the best choice for us because it does not require a great amount of time and allows us to test an association between stress and students. In the future, we can create similar studies to help expand on our original hypothesis. A couple of limitations to our observational study is that there are a lot of different services offered at the health center, and we cannot be sure what the person is there for. Another would be that the study could lose credibility because we are only assuming that individuals are under a great amount of stress because they are students and it is the time for midterms. Lastly, this study can only illustrate the prevalence among individuals who actually seek help from a physician when they feel stressed or ill. For our procedure, we watched the health center the week of midterms and then tallied up men and women exiting from the health center for 1 hour. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alicia Cabrera and I will be covering the results section of this project. Our group conducted an observational study on Fresno State campus grounds which took place at the Student Health Center to see if there was any correlation between levels of stress and disease among male and female college students during midterms. We collected data on both sexes in order to determine which were occupying the most space at the health center during midterms. Each person was assigned a day and time to observe students utilizing the health center for a 1 hour time interval. Our variables from the study included gender, whether the students were male or female, and age, college students aged 17 through 25. Below is a table that we conducted to show our data that was collected during the observational study. The table provides information of the entire week with different times and dates in which we collected data, which coincides with the beginning of midterms. Our results included a sample of 192 students, 120 or 62% were females, while 72 or 38% were males who used the services at the Student Health Center during the period of which midterms had begun until they ended. Below is a graph to show the comparison of our results that we collected from the data that was observed. The results of our week-long study seem to indicate that female students between the ages of 17 through 25 are more likely to use the Student Health Center than male counterparts between the ages of 17 through 25 during midterms. We also found that the sex ratio of the Student Health Center during midterms week, females to males equals X divided by Y, where X equals 120 and Y equals 72. The sex ratio equals 120 divided by 72, which equals 1.7 or approximately 2 to 1. From the information that we gathered, we can infer that there is a higher ratio of the female population that uses the Student Health Center more often than males during this period in time, which happened to occur the same week as midterms. Interestingly enough, during this process, we also concluded that there is a higher concentration of students during Mondays as well as the conclusion of the week, Friday.
My name is Angelita Martinez, and I will be covering the conclusion. After collecting all the data from our observational study, our hypothesis was concluded to be wrong. We believe that there would be no difference between levels of stress related to disease among male and female college students aged 17 through 25, and the data proved our group otherwise. Females had a higher ratio of using the health center during a stressful time of the month rather than the males, assuming that their doctor visits were due to symptoms of stress. According to our study, males tend to deal with stress better than females by reporting only 38% of men visiting the health center compared to the 62% of females that visit the health center during a stressful time of the semester. According to the American Psychological Association, men and women report different reactions to stress both physically and mentally. Women are 28% more likely to report that they have great levels of stress, whether it is due to financial or educational issues. Research has shown that women are more likely to report that they have physical and emotional symptoms of stress, maybe leading to a doctor's visit. Surprisingly enough, researchers have found that this number has been increasing in the past 5 years. Men and women, especially college students, will deal with high levels of stress throughout their college careers. College students need to be provided tools to be able to cope with stressors to prevent disease-related incidents. All men and women deal with stress different. Some strategies have higher success rates in maintaining a healthy life, and there are also some strategies that should be avoided. Both male and female college students need to deal with issues such as time management, academics, jobs, and families. When both male and females are stressed, some unhealthy common solutions for some would be eating unhealthy meals, drinking alcohol, and avoiding the problem at hand. Those are negative coping mechanisms that can lead to increasing disease-related incidents, leading to doctor visits that can have negative effects on their performance and academics. There are many different tools and skills that college students can use to maintain a healthy college experience. For college females, reports have shown that reading, moderate exercise, eating healthy, social interactions have brought positive outcomes when dealing with stressors on a daily basis. For college males, reports have shown that listening to music, athletics, as well as exercise and social interactions have positive effects when dealing with stress. Here at Fresno State, the Student Health Center provides special health promotions and wellness services such as psychological counseling for students who need help with stress, anxiety, depression, relationship issues, academic challenges, and any other concern that can help increase goal achievement and resolve any issues with stressors. All of these services are free for any Fresno State student, and all the services are confidential to the public. The Health Center has a number of physicians, nurses, and staff at hand that can help with any health concern. Services such as the ones provided in the Health Center are great tools for any college student that can greatly decrease their illness during a stressful time of the semester. On behalf of our group, we encourage all college students to use tools such as the Health Center or any other tool that can help with maintaining a healthy disease-free life, especially during stressful times of the academic year. Thank you.